Welcome everyone back to the European Journeyman save. In today's episode, we have our cup final in Denmark against Aalborg, and then we're actually playing Aalborg again in the league. We are potentially bottling the title. As you can see, we've got it down to just a point ahead with a game in hand, but only a point ahead. As you can see, since we've been in these big games, we've really dropped off. We drew against Brøndby, which you obviously saw in the last episode. So since the exit in the Europa League, we drew against Odense Ball Club, which was a poor result. We actually lost the first leg of the cup. Did come back with a very good win, 4-1 in the second leg of the cup. So thankfully, we have reached the final. But we actually crucially lost to Copenhagen. We were 1-0 up. 85th minute equaliser, 94th minute winner. I mean, it's heartbreaking. That's the kind of thing that wins you the title. So really worrying there. And then we drew with Midtjylland as well. Again, going up in the game. We did have to kind of fight back for this one, but 3-3. Yeah, Cameron Archer did get himself a hat-trick though. So not long left. We've got this, and then just the two games in between, and then the last two games of the episode. So of course that'll be next episode. Will be Aalborg again, and then Copenhagen. Last game of the season. I mean, that's going to be the title decider, isn't it? Hopefully we can come into it 4 points ahead, not 3 points, 1 point ahead. But we've got very two big games here. So we've got the cup final first. We did get to the cup final last season, but as you can see, we finished runners-up to Nordsjælland. So we beat them in the semis this time. So our first chance to win the cup. Have we ever won the cup? We have won the cup. The last time they won the cup was in the 95-96 season. So plenty of years in between. A chance for us to win it today. And this is the team we're going to go with once we get to the team selection. So the reason why we've probably had a bit of bad form, we've had a lot of players out injured. Heskey's been out injured a couple of times. Luke Gillam's been out injured a couple of times. Dyer's been injured, and now Groot Farm's picked up an injury. So been quite a few boys injured. Nyheim and where's Ixkabe? Ixkabe isn't fit to start, so he's just coming back. So there's been quite a few injuries, but this is the team we're going with. We've got Trubin in goal, back four of Haruna, Matsima, Slotziger, and Eric Karl. Nyheim and Harvey Elliott in midfield. Biancheri on the right. Griffiths on the left, filling in for Heskey, who's injured, and Archer and Hassan for Gillam, who's injured, up top. So let's go. We obviously got to the semis. We became runner-up last year. We don't want to be runner-up twice in a row. Starts to get a bit of a trend. Aalborg are a team we can definitely beat. We are definitely a better side than Aalborg, but our form recently has been honking. So big, wow, 36,500 almost attendance. That is a big attendance, but hopefully we can get the result here and then take this good result and the lift that winning the trophy will give us into the league, because we need to start turning our league form around. We have had a lot of injuries, but we are letting the title slip away from us. Elliott picks up the ball in midfield, goes back to Slotziger, back into Elliott, back to Slotziger, just back and forth between the back line. Nyheim forward to Biancheri, who's, again, we don't look as confident. We're just going backwards a lot. Biancheri, lovely ball though, this time into Cameron Archer, who's found some form at just the right minute. He got a hat-trick in the last game in the cup. In the last game in the league. And now he's got one early doors here. Biancheri with the assist. Cameron Archer with the goal. 1-0 up, but Aalborg have themselves a corner whipped in. And my God, it's close. We've just about got it cleared, but that's a massive let-off. I think it hit the bar, and then how they didn't put the rebound in, I don't know. But we've a massive let-off there. Remains 1-0. I don't know. I don't know what's up with us. I think we probably miss Ixkabe in midfield to break down the attack, but we are conceding a lot more than we used to. The Copenhagen game was really unlucky. It really was. Nyheim back to Hassan. Almost fell to Cameron Archer, but unfortunately they did get it cleared just before. But this time it's over the top from Elliott. It's a lovely ball. Hassan gets his 16th of the season, but he was just offside. Remains 1-0, not his 16th of the season because he was offside. But it was a good run, really good ball in from Elliott as well, and that's the sort of quality that he's capable of. We've had a lot of games in close, in a close amount of time as well. Lots of Tuesday, Wednesdays, and then plus a Saturday and a Sunday. So lots of midweek games in between the weekend games. So that definitely hasn't helped. We've also been injured, and yeah, we've obviously been looking forward to big games like the cup final, like the Europa League quarterfinals. So perhaps attention slightly gone away from the league, but that's the one we really want to win. The situation as it is we are currently only under contract till the end of this season. After that, we really don't plan to sign a new deal unless we don't win the league. If we don't win the league, then we'll probably sign a new deal just to make sure we do win the league before we go. We have no plans to leave. We can't do that as per rules of the save. I know a lot of people say a lot of times at this club and past clubs, oh, why don't you just resign? Why don't you just do this? We set the rules out at the start. Go watch the very first episode in the job hunt, and we set the rules out. We could only leave if we were offered a job. But there's nothing to say that we can't just let our contract expire and stay on a month-to-month deal, because that is essentially a plea for a big club to come and get us, because they won't have to pay a fee at all. It'll be a nominal fee, if anything. But yeah, there's potentially I might sign a 1-year deal, but the board are trying to offer me 3-year deals. If we get to the end of the season and we haven't won the league, I'll definitely sign a new deal, 1 or 2-year deal. Absolutely not doing a 3-year deal, though. We don't want to be tied down for that long. But I think we've probably not taken this club as far as it can go. I think we could definitely really dominate this league, get some we've already signed some very, very good players. I think there's definitely still a path forward for this club to be a Champions League regular, but it's never a club that's going to be big enough to win the league, win the Champions League, unless we were here for 20, 30 seasons, something ridiculous like that. It would have to take that long, and whether it would ever happen, I don't know. But Biancheri plays it in, falls to Tamurat Hassan. I think Archer would have probably got a penalty, but Hassan finished it off, and we are up 2-0 up now, and we've looked comfortable. We have started to look quite comfortable in this game. Had plenty of chances. Hassan had 2 ruled offside, but he's thankfully got himself in the goals to get this one. We are going to bring, we're not going to bring you on. We're going to bring Glenn Rash on the right. We'll also bring Ekshkabe on in midfield, swap those 2 round, and let's leave the rest because I don't trust Fisher or Kanagard to come off the bench. They've been very poor whenever they've played. Them 2 did start in the Midtjylland game, which is probably part of the reason why we conceded so many goals early on. But we just had absolutely no fitness. Hassan takes the ball really well, and Glenn Rash with a very, very good assist. Again, he's offside though. Hassan cannot hold his run. That's a hat-trick of offside goals he's had today. That is mad stuff, but he's playing well. Obviously, we've not had Luke Gillum, so we're working with what we've got. But we've got some very good players joining us as well. I think Trincao will be a very good sign. I think Sangare will offer a very good second choice in that position. And Hassan finally gets another goal. He's been knocking on the door. He's been offside 3 times, but that's 5 goals in total. 3 of them have been offside, but 5 times he's found the back of the net today. Definitely turned up for this final. Now we will make a couple final subs now that everyone's kind of getting tired. We'll bring Kanagard on, swap those 2 round. We'll bring Mikkel Fischer on for Matsima. We will bring Shea Lacey on. Well, no, we won't bring Shea Lacey on because he's not fit, because he doesn't fit in anywhere, sorry. We'll also take Cameron Archer off as well. And that's our 5 subs. Not long left to go, about 15 minutes now. We've been the better side. They've not had a goal yet. They've had a couple decent efforts, but we've done well enough at the back to keep them out. And we've had enough firepower going forward today. Archer and Hassan particularly. I know it seems odd to praise him when he's had 3 offside goals, but he's getting in there and he's finishing the chances. Not a great game from Griffiths. A couple of the players are tired. But in the end, none of that matters because we've won the league. Sorry, we've won the cup. We've won our first trophy here at AGF. In the end, quite an easy cup final. But hopefully the first of a double, because we still need to kick on now. Obviously, we know we can beat them. We know we can comfortably beat them. We need to repeat this now in the league and make sure we go into that Copenhagen game. Hopefully, going into that episode, we'll have 2 games left and hopefully we'll be 4 points clear and we can just wrap it up on the second last game, and that Copenhagen game won't mean much. But we've won the cup. First trophy. Way! First trophy at AGF. Lovely stuff. Wasn't really a tough game in the end. We've done really well to win that. Brilliant stuff. 1 down. 1 to go. Hopefully that'll give us a bit of a lift now to turn the form around, because it has been a little bit poor as of late. But yeah, so we'll take this win. Very good stuff. Yeah, well, it's actually our 10th win as well, but first one in a while. Hassan, very good game from you. Well done, boy. and we paid some money out, more than we actually got. So did that? No, it didn't increase my reputation, but at least we got a trophy. Where am I on the Hall of Fame now? How many points have I got now? 205. All right, so probably nowhere near the nationality for English still. Nowhere near the nation in Denmark, just the one trophy. Where am I in the other country? Well, I didn't win anything in Belarus, but Slovenia. Yeah, Slovenia I did get in there from the 2 leagues in the cup, but definitely not there yet with Denmark. Probably with a league, probably still too far away. And then obviously as an English, still too far away. So 2 cups now, 2 leagues in my history. As you can see, Slovenian second league, Slovenian cup, Slovenian first league, and now a Danish cup. Let's go and hopefully make that a Danish league title as well. And we'll come back for the second game against Aalborg right now. So for our second game of the episode, it's Aalborg again. We're not going to change the side. A couple of the boys are a little bit tired. We are resting them up from that cup win. We're only a couple of days later, and we play them again. We are at home, though, and I don't think we need to change it. The only difference is Heskey's come on the bench. He's not fully fit, so he's just going to sit on the bench. Eshkabe is, again, not fully fit, so he's going to sit on the bench as well. You know what? Actually, no. Eshkabe is going to come in. Other than that, it remains the same. So you might not see the whole game out, but he should be able to. He said he could play 75 minutes, so he should be able to play most of the game. But we did really well. We were the much better side in the cup final, so hopefully we can do the same in the league and start to turn this form around. As you can see, league table wise, we've actually dropped down to second because Copenhagen played their game before us and won like 4-0 or something over OB. So we need to win this today to get back on level terms, which is odd because we were a point ahead. Oh, no, that makes sense, yeah. So we'd be 2 points, with a game in hand. So we need to win today to get back on top. But we should win today. Like I say, we won. We beat them in the cup final, so surely we can do the same in the league. Griffiths does really well, tries to get it into the feet of Hassan, who did, like I say, put the ball in the back of the net 5 times against this lot recently, so you'd expect him to hopefully get one today. Oh, but Archer opens the scoring again. May have just been offside. He looked like he was onside, though, and just looked like he just nipped in after the ball was played rather than before the ball was played. And that is the case because VAR has allowed the goal to stand. Cameron Archer finally finding his feet in terms of goal scoring. He's been a good player. He's played really well so far in his AGF career, but he's just not really scored as many goals as you'd expect. But he does seem to be settling in now and scoring plenty. And there he is again. Archer running through. Should probably be trying to square that one to Hassan. He was probably in a better opportunity, but he's feeling confident at least. That's a good thing. And he does put us 1-0 up. Eric Carl's actually, out of contract at the end of the year. I thought like we might be able to do better, but I'm thinking we might just re-sign him because he seems to do quite well, even though he's not like an amazing player or anything. I think even if we just sign him on for an extension, and if he ends up being second choice, then it's a good second choice. But Aalborg broke the lines here, and they do play it in, and we don't track. Really poor defending, just not tracking our man, not tracking runners, letting them get in ahead. Nothing Trubin can do, and it's 1-1, and that's very disappointing. It actually came from Alec Carl giving the ball away, or maybe it was Griffiths gave the ball away, but we were out of position, and not great. But we've been the much better side, so we won't worry too much. But that wasn't our best moment. Slotziger's looking quite poor today, so we might look to take him off at the half. And Aalborg are coming in again. Oh, what are we doing in the league? We just have no luck. An own goal from Matsima this time. 2-1 to Aalborg. This is really bad. Like I say, we kept a clean sheet against them in the cup, but now all of a sudden in the league, we're just struggling in the league at the minute. I don't know. We're conceding a lot. I can tell you, I don't think Slotziger's been as good of a signing as I expected him to be. We paid quite a bit for him, so I'm kind of desperate to make it work. But he might not be the answer as far as first choice goes. Biancheri plays it into Archer, who, if he goes down there, he probably gets a penalty, but he didn't. Elliott picks up the loose ball. Slotziger looking for a forward pass, finds one in Griffiths, needs to do something. Lots of men round him. It's a great ball into Cameron Archer. How he's made that run, how he's seen it, I don't know, but it's a fantastic finish, and he is in good form. And this is exactly the kind of form we need to win this league. We need someone who can just put the ball in the back of the net. But that is a very poor half from us. We will take Slotziger off. We'll bring Mikkel Fischer on, who's not bad at all. Do we bring Heskey on potentially? Griffiths, I think, actually got an assist there, so we'll leave him on. But yeah, not great from us to concede 2 goals and two kind of poor goals. I mean, there weren't bad goals at all from their point of view, but from our point of view, I think we could do better. But hopefully we'll regain the lead very quickly in this half. But that's a bit poor from Elliott, but that's very good work from Fisher. Nice and aggressive to come forward, and he might as well keep going because there's nothing on for him. The centre-back, Roman, and the centre-back gets an assist. Mikael Fisher turning into a right winger from centre-back, whips it into the back post, and Griffiths, fair play to him, he wasn't having a great game, but he's turned it around in like a minute. He's got himself an assist and a goal in like a minute, and we are back ahead, and this time I thought we'd got a fourth, but we don't. Remains 3-2, but this at least puts us back to top of the league. Extra Bay and Eric Carl looking a little bit tired, so I am concerned about them seeing out the game. The problem is we don't really have another left back. Usually we chuck Groot Farm over there because he can play left back, but obviously he's injured at the minute, so it really leaves us light, and he is the type of player that's prone to a mistake when he's tired. I've seen him do it a number of times. We play the ball out from the back, though, which we should be doing when we're winning the game. We need to just be relaxed and comfortable on the ball. No need to force it when we're winning the game. Let them come and get out of shape. No need for us to press the matter too much, but that is a great bit of play there from Griffiths, and that's a fantastic finish. Hassan has another goal over this lot. It's 4-2 now, and thankfully, even though we aren't as good defensively as we've been previously, we are scoring plenty of goals, and Hassan has definitely made a claim to be a regular starter. Excabe is looking very tired, and we do have a natural replacement for him, so we'll bring Nyheim on. He's not really a natural ball winner, but I think Harvey Elliott could probably play there a little bit better, so we'll swap those two round. We don't really have a left back. We don't want to bring Excabe on. We'll bring Kanagaard on there, just because hopefully, at least defensively, he's decent. He's not the slowest, so he can play the ball. He's a ball-winning midfielder as well as a centre-back. He's not really either, to be honest. He's not really that good at either, but hopefully he can do a job for us. With 15 minutes to go, Eric Carl just far too tired. We don't want him getting injured when we haven't got any other left-backs. But Aalborg are coming forward, and a better effort. It probably equals, goes in, and if it doesn't equal the game up, but it would have been a decent effort. We will make another change. We'll bring Glenn Rash on. He did well off the bench. We'll also bring Shea Lacey on as well. He can play in midfield. I've been playing him there, and even though he can't play there positionally, he's done well every time he's came on. So we are a little bit light, though, as you can see, with just players in general. So we are having to put some square pegs in round holes, but it's only for 10 or so minutes, so it shouldn't be a massive deal. We'll make a final change. Fair play to Griffiths. He's someone who's definitely been on the peripheral of the team. We won't make another change because I've actually used all my subs. Didn't realise I'd done 5. But yeah, he's been peripherally in the team, but he's done really well today. A goal, some assists, very good stuff. 4-2 win, exactly what we needed. So we do go back to top of the league with a game in hand. It's in our hands, basically. Yeah, it all comes down to this. So if we can win the next 2 games, we'll at least go into the second last game knowing we need to win. We can win with a win against Aalborg. So if we win these 2, basically we win 3 out of 4. It's in our hands. And realistically, we're probably not beating Copenhagen, or it's probably the least likely win. So Brøndby, an OB, then Aalborg. Aalborg probably the weaker of them as well. But this is obviously taken the idea that Copenhagen win all their games, which is not a guarantee. But yeah, we've done well. 3 losses all season. That's good stuff. I mean, to be fair, Copenhagen have had a very good season as well. They've just drawn a little bit more than we have. But we've got a game in hand. We obviously both qualified for Champions League already, but we want to go and win the league. So we'll play Brøndby and OB off camera. I don't think even if they were to lose games, that would wrap it up. 6 points, potentially. I mean, it could. Could it? Well, we'll see how it goes. I don't think it'll wrap it up. I'm sure they'll win their games anyway. So we'll play those 2 off camera. If they do somehow lose and there's like an option for us to win or something, would that even... No, that'll be 4 points. Wouldn't even be enough anyway. So we'll play those 2 games off camera, just the 2, and I'll be back very, very shortly to do the last episode of the season, which will decide whether we win the title or not. Aalborg and Copenhagen on the last game of the season. That's going to be a massive one. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll win these 3 and it won't matter, but we'll see. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the European Journeyman, and I'll see you all for more very soon.